After fighting the first fight, don't think that you have conquered. The Bible tells us, it said, after fighting, you still do what? Still stand. Don't fight and go and sit down. You still stand. Now hear this now. He said, and again. That night, it was a fierce battle. Listen to me. The first night may not be a very tough fight. Even the second night may not be. The enemy will keep rearranging, arranging until when you finally bring them down. Then they will now begin to confess, look, I will not be able to stay here. I want to park. I want to move out. That is one thing you need to know. Sometimes some people will come around you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, 1 year, 2 years. You don't even know what you have done. They say they will not be able to stay again. You have prayed a one dangerous prayer in your closet that has dealt with them and they are going. So don't be too familiar with any prayer you have made. Don't be too familiar with God. Did you hear that? Let your prayer altar be renewed every moment of your life. Because that guy, you want to come back to try you again. When you are still maintaining the old strength. Because he has gone to study your weapon. Whether the weapon you came with the other time to fight him is still the same weapon you want to use against him. Whether it's still the same bow and arrow. So they will go back to study that particular weapon and to see whether you are still with that old weapon. Now hear this now. They didn't know that the ark of God that they kidnapped. You know the Philistines are bandits. Are they not bandits? Are they not bandits? They are terrorists. They are still the one troubling the Israelites up to now. If you go to Israel, they trouble them. They don't like them. They don't love them. They fight as in Israel. This Ashhod we're talking about is there. The Palestinians and Israelis, they are fighting. They are throwing rockets to them. So they don't forgive. They tell their people, as I'm dying, keep fighting. The children, when the children die, they say, look, as I'm dying, keep fighting, please. This is what we have inherited from our forefathers. You say, we should fight these people. They are not supposed to occupy this territory. We are the owner. So they send that particular signal to the next generation. And you will not be sensitive to fight. You only relax. You don't even change your weapons. You still use the old weapons. You don't activate your weapon. I kept telling us, and I repeated, I think several times I've said this to us. I said, there's a way language of God, this power of God will come at the tip of your tongue when you begin to speak unknown language that the enemy will not understand. Sometimes they study the way you speak in tongue and they say, this person is the one, this is how he or she normally speak in tongue. We know. So the moment they copy the way you speak in tongue, they will go and copy it and learn it. So when you are speaking in tongue, you're closer, they say, he is the one speaking. That is the way he normally speaks in tongue. He's the one. You've not heard of people praying a prayer, praying prayer, and they are praying prayer in that same tongue, and suddenly they say, my chest. They fall down there and die. You've not heard. You've not heard. Change strategies to hit that guy's head. Don't allow him to be familiar with the weapons you have been using. What did I say?
Be familiar with the weapon you have been using.
Sometimes you need to ask the Holy Spirit when you come around to sing song. You may not even know what you are coming to sing, but tell the Holy Spirit, as I'm coming to lead song, to pray in songs, because as you are leading prayers, songs will come. All those songs are prayer. Tell the Holy Spirit to drop something at the tip of your mouth. You will come here, one voice will come. Nobody will know that this person is the one leading. When they come and say, your voice has changed though. Say, no, it's not you. Aha, the Holy Spirit has actually taken over. So learn this very well. So that night was a terrible night. It was a tough night. So learn to change strategies. Don't always be hitting one point of your enemy. There's a place you will hit. And the guy he will not be able to stand. Yesterday, they said some people came after we have left. I was leaving the church, going out, and some people just came and said, the church doors are closed and the rest, that they came for all night. Now, you see, you can imagine now. They actually came for all night. They never knew that we have changed strategy. The Holy Spirit says, we are not holding this all night, but this is the rally. We changed that, and that took a lot of people on our way. So we don't know the next thing the Holy Spirit will tell us. In the next move of this fire. So that night, the second night, when they say something again, it has repeated. It has repeated itself. Says something again happened. And this time around was a different thing that happened to Dagon itself. No head, no hand, and no what? The trunk, yes. That guy went down. Please learn to know how to bring down your enemy. Sometimes you can make a pronouncement and tell them that, and tell your enemy on the altar, genuine altar of the Lord. Say, I want my enemy to begin to have headache throughout this week. Yeah. You go just sit down there, they go to send arrow for you, you go to sit. Now you only go to feel the pain. They know they feel any pain. Let me move with that. In whether you believe me or you don't believe me, and I know you have to believe me, you believe me, that you are in the battlefield. Even this prayer we're making has generated a lot of trouble, a lot of dust. Some of you that went to bed to sleep yesterday, you knew what happened in the night. Because you prayed, you knew what happened in the night. How you had an encounter. So you need to pray again this night. And that battle was fierce. So if something, don't even, blood will not flow. Say, I command headache to move down to a palace of a king that have been troubling the land. Say, as he's seated there, let him begin to experience headache. And he will not come out of this headache for the period of 7 days. He will not hold any council meeting of evil. He will headache. They say, what happened to our king? He said, king cannot come out today. He has headache. You can do it. You like this can do it. Then by the time you have said, okay, the headache is enough, come out of the headache now, go to your throne. And he returned back to his throne and he's taking decision there. He said, as he's taking decision, he should be stammering. You will not tell, stammer now. As you are doing meeting with your people, you will not be coordinated. Then the king will be discussed. Why he will be coming around? People will stand up and say, King,